morning, Flosstube. My name is Daphne, and welcome back to my channel. Today is August 31st of the year 2023, and today we are going to look at my stitching progress that I made in the month of August, sorry. First, I would like to say welcome to any new subscribers and viewers. I hope that there's something here that you like and that you continue to follow me with all my stitching progress. And all of my returning subscribers, thank you. I hope that you continue to find things that things here that you see and continue to follow me. So with that, let's get into what I have stitched on. I don't have stitch counts as of how much I have stitched. I'm still working on one piece for today. So when I edit the video, I will try to remember to put in how many stitches I did on each one when I show them. So first up, we'll just do this one here. This was, or is, a chart by JBW Designs, and it was a free chart for the Common Threaded Stitcher weekend, which was a couple weekends ago, and I stitched this all in 1, maybe 2 days at the most. Not sure what the count is. This is a mystery count of fabric. I did it 1/1 with a red variegated floss. And as you can see, I'll hold it back a little bit. It's fairly tiny. Fairly small, so I'm thinking this is like a 28 count. And this you can find Instagram. You follow the Common Threaded Stitcher Instagram account, and in their profile, I believe, there's a link for this. And like I said, it was a free chart, Common Threaded Stitcher weekend, and my plan is to finish it into a little stocking at some point. So, next here we have, I did do a little bit of work on this right here, and this will be the last time that you guys see this until it is completely done and gifted. There we go. So here it is. I just gotta personalize it. That's why I said you won't see it again until it's been gifted. So there it is. They finished on this side. I finished here, did all these, did all of this, did that. And that's all I had left to do, and that I can show you guys. So here's that one. There was only like a couple hundred stitches left on this one. And then next here, I'm just pulling randomly from what's behind me. This one is Pandemic, 30 count barley corn, access commodities, 1/1 with Mississauga silk and hydrangea. I'll pull out her label here. There's the color, and there's the dyer, and there's the silk. This one got a little bit of work, just a little. Hasn't really been calling my name as much as it has in the past, but that's okay. So here is the entire thing that I have so far. Go this way. If I can get it. There we go. So here's the entire thing so far, and then we will fold it, and I believe I was working down this area here. I still have a thread attached. I don't know if I'm gonna just fill the page and then go over here to this side, or if I'm gonna go down and hit the bottom corner, which is what I might do. I just do the bottom corner, come back up, hit, and then just work my way the last two pages. Last two row of pages. So there is Pandemic. This one was only a couple hundred stitches. Didn't get that much this month. And that's okay. Maybe September it will, maybe not. I don't know. We will see. We will see what calls my name. And this one here is Sunflowers. I know there are a few viewers that have expressed interest and likes in this one. So here is Sunflowers, Heaven and Earth Designs chart. The artwork is Marianne Broom. And I'm going from this way across the row of pages, page by page, but doing it 10 by 10 block, picking the symbol, working at thread in, and then the next symbol in that block, fill it in wherever it takes me on that page. Sometimes I go down into the lower pages or over just a little bit into the next pages. Called for DMC Floss. I believe this is 28 count. Could be 25. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's 28. And here is, pretty soon I'm not going to be able to show it. Just fold it in half like this. Here is the whole thing in complete of what has been done. And then this is the page that I've been working on. So I've been just filling it in. I think these over here are the next ones to go. So there is Sunflowers. I think there's 2 more pages across, I believe. And then the next one here, I pulled out an oldie that I haven't worked on don't think I've worked on much this year. This is the old cover. She has since changed the name of the thing, but it's still the same design here. Stitching Jules Designs, NYC Twin Tower Scene. I think she has renamed it now to Remembering NYC. And I'm working everything above the bridge and up. Just started in these, starting to get some colors in these towers. 10 by 10 block going over. I was going from the top of the building down, but this is way at the top of the fabric, and I would probably miscount it. So we're just working a little differently on that one. Called for DMCs. .28 count. 1/1. Full cross. So here is where we currently are, and I parked these threads over here because they're used and I just wasn't quite ready to count that far. So I got a little more work over here, filling in before I move over to the next. And this piece is actually one of my Boko pieces for September, so this piece will get 10 days in September. So we should see some good progress on this one in September. And the paper didn't want to cooperate to go back in the bag properly. And this one here, we've got Snowman Stocking. This one was really calling my name this month. Called for DMCs. I'm not sure what the fabric is. I know it's a linen, but I'm not exactly, I don't remember the count. And here is, let me get it up just a little bit higher. Here is there we go. Here is the entire piece. so far. There's still a few little spots up in the sky here that need to be filled in that I haven't filled in yet, but the majority of it from about here up is all filled in. So now I'm just working down and getting the village in, and soon I'll start working to but make for the toe. I think it's a little further down, but we will get there. Turn that so you can see that a little bit. This one got some pretty significant progress this month. So there's the stocking, and I still have to put the cuff and do it in white, and then put his name up on the top. Snowman stocking. I enjoy working on this one because it's got some pretty big sections of color. So as I'm working on it, it gets fast stitch counts. So it gets used for a lot of my prompts and things like that. And I believe I pulled out Kaleidoscope. It's a quilt pattern book, but it also has a couple cross-stitch designs. Lori Holt being my bonnet, and they said it's the quilt to make this, but they also did put in a couple patterns. And the colorway that I'm doing, they also give you sample other colorways, and I'm doing the ocean colorway. So this colorway right here. And I won this in a giveaway. Another Flosstuber, Jan Hicks. And it came with the book, it came with the floss, and the entire, this isn't floss, the fabric, from Fabric Flare, 14 count. Came with all the flosses you need for, looks like all of them. And it came with the floss drop. So I just stuck the 3 that I'm using on it. And this fabric is 14 count, so I'm doing it over 1 with 2 strands. And here's the whole, it's not going to take this whole piece. But here is where, okay, come on. I want to over this a little bit. Okay, there we go. Close enough. Here is where it is currently at. If I could just get this to cooperate just a little bit, please. There you go. This is all pretty much part of page 1. I had originally thought I think I'm doing it page by page. It's all just DMC, so I'm not worried about the variegation in it at all. So there is the Kaleidoscope. And I'm not exactly sure what my stitch counts were for the month, just as of yet. But I will put them on the screen as I do the projects. Not sure if I worked on this one, but I will show it again. Here is the layout version that I'm doing. It's Peppermint Purple, and if you are interested in Blackwork, there will be a link down below that will take you to their website, and you can take a look and see what they have. They also have a Facebook group, which is a fun group to be in. It's just all of the Peppermint Purple projects that people are working on, and it's interesting to see we all have the same fill-ins in these squares here, but it's interesting to see that people are using different fabric choice for their back to stitch on. They're using different colored threads to stitch with, so it's really interesting to see. And if you remember, here is my colorways. We have Forbidden Fiber Co. Wildflower. We just have DMC 310. We have 930. DMC and DMC Satin 413 and B5200. This one and this one, you see the color in person, very subtle. So I kind of like that it's a subtle against the dark, with the dark, as of right now. We'll see when that time, if I continue to like it as I go on, is that I haven't got much done. That's the back, but that's okay. This month, but this is might help if we hold it the right way. Okay, here we go. This is where it is currently, and hang on just 1 second. Okay. Computer. What's going on? It's upgrade. Update. So here is where it is. If I hold it back this way, you can kind of see this one here. And then, like I said, the white is there. You can see it once it's outlined with the black. So in right here, there's white. In that stitch there's white. Up here, you can't see it, but there's white. And there's white in here. And then there'll be white inside these boxes. And this is the wildflower one as well, but I like that when you're looking at it, there's a difference. So inside these squares is going to be the 930, the satin, the wildflower, and then the white will be also in the flowers, in the squares. The black is just the outlines of everything. So if this is something that's interesting to you, or you have an interest in doing some black work, check out Peppermint Purple. Like I said, I will have their link down below. And then I pulled out another one that I have not worked on at all this year. I don't have a finished photo, but this is what, a couple years ago, I don't remember, 2021-ish, I believe. Just looking. There's no date on it. 2021, 2022, 2021? Not sure. Caterpillar cross stitch, how does your garden grow? I pulled this one out. Like, this is just the image of what you received when I ordered this as a whole kit from Caterpillar cross stitch. So this is just the blurred out image of what it was, because it was a mystery kit, mystery sal. So when I ordered it, you got all your flosses. Excuse me. You got your fabric, and I also chose the needle minder option. I don't remember what the fabric was. Let me see if it's on my papers here anywhere. If I can find it. If not, that's okay. Like I said, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't see it on these, so. Don't remember what my fabric choice was. 32 count maybe? But here is where I got to for this month. Mr. Gnome's in the way. There we go, Mr. Gnome. So I just continued. I had some of this in, and I just continued working on the road, or the brick path, stone path. And then Mr. Gnome, this little gnome needle minder, he's up here. I got a big pond over here to finish. Tomatoes coming out of the flower watering pot. Got the start of a snail here. So there's still, quite a bit more that I need to do. So caterpillar cross stitch, how does your garden grow? Didn't know what to do one day, so I just pulled something random out of my whip pile. So that was fun to just get to something that I haven't worked on. And in here, this is my one. Well, I like all my projects, but I really like this one. Heaven and Earth Designs, the Song of Summer, artwork by Donna Gelsinger, and I am working from the top first page and just working my way down, and then I'll come back up to the top and work my way down. Right now it's going a little slow because I'm really into the heavy, thick, flowered, leafy section, which I'll be in for the rest of the time. But that's okay. This one received quite a bit of stitching, I believe, this month. 28 count, 1/1 full across, called for DMC. And here is, let me fold it. Okay. Here is where the whole piece is currently. And I will fold it a little bit more. And I was just working down here, so I'm just filling in, getting close to the next, finishing this page out, which would be page 1, 2, which would be page 4 in the column of pages. So we're getting there. As like I said, finished up the last of the flowers. We're in the leafy section. We're getting some more colored flowers over here. So it takes a little bit longer because I'm doing a little more counting and more confetti stitching. But it is looking really good. This is one of the bird's tails that's in the piece. So Song of Summer, 28 count, 1/1 full cross. And it will take pretty much all of this fabric except for like 6 inches on the end. It'll take the whole, pretty close I think. I had to get the big piece in order to make it fit, which is fine. There's that one, and we'll do that one after. And this is Creative Crafty. This was their monthly one, and here's the flosses that I was using for it. This was their August mini. I have not finished it just yet. I think all I need to do for it is just the back stitch it. I want his eyes and fill the pot. Fill his fishing bucket basket. His fishing bucket. Fishing pail. That's what I wanted. So I just need to fill in his eyes. He looks like a ghost. But he's a little bobbin. And he's a fisher bobbin. He's out fishing. Like I said, I just need to back stitch it. So you'll see this one again in September. The stitch will be the back stitch. And here's the ones that we've received since I've joined. I joined in February, so I did not get the January one, which is fine. So here's February. And here's March. And April. And May. And June. And July. And then August will go in the pile underneath. And there's also, I think we're up to 2 or 3 bonus little bobbins. So I haven't done those ones yet. And this is, excuse me, Stitching Book Club. The Chronicles of Narnia. There's her stitch along. Unfortunately, you cannot get this any longer. She was only able to release, she had gotten permission from the C.L. Lewis Foundation to chart this, and she was only allowed so many to chart. So this is what it will look like when it is finished. This was my WIPCO, one of my WIPCO pieces for August, which was 10 days, and when I started I was up in here. I think I had Narnia done. I had part of the words, the Chronicles of. I have to take apart some of the top border. Well, take apart the top border, because it's not, I don't think I counted correctly. Because I counted correctly on the bottom, and the top border is shorter than the bottom border. And so I'm working in this last section now. So we did get a good bit of this done in August, and I am using the called for DMC Floss with Aqua 28 count linen by Fabric Flare. Oh, here's the DMCs. And get a board. Here is where I got to. Some of the blues do blend in just a little bit. You can see them all if you're looking at it in person, so it may and may not show up on camera. Like here, you can kind of see it, but that kind of blends in a little bit, which is fine. So like I said, I was way up here when I first started. So for the 10 days, we got pretty close. So this one should be finished next year. Enjoyed that. Like I said, it's nice to pull out some of these older pieces and get some good progress in them and actually finish some of the older ones. And my other WIPCO call was, I don't have a cover image on these, I only point out the patterns. The Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Snow Globe Ornaments. There's 4 in the collection. There is, I gotta find the other ones. They're in here somewhere. They like to hide on me. Because they know. Okay. So the first one, there's one, Garland the Bear, I have not done yet. So that will be the last one. The one I'm currently working on is Lumi the Penguin. So here is the penguin. And when I started the 10 days, I had not started this one at all. So this one is a 10-day one I started within the 10 days. I think it was like 3 or 4 days in this one. So Lumi Penguin. The one before Lumi Penguin was Ginger Snap the Fox. And this one also was a start and a finish within the 10 days. These are all on 14 count perforated paper with the called for DMC flosses. So there's Ginger Snap the Fox. And the one that I had started and finished, this one was already started when I first started in August, is Rudolph the Reindeer. So this one I just finished up Rudolph in the 10 days. So there is Rudolph the Reindeer. And then this piece here will be for the bear. What was the bear's name? Garland the Bear. So there's Rudolph. There's Ginger Snap. And Lumi Penguin. and then the bear will be finished next time. So, like I said, I finished this one, started this one and finished it, and started this one. And the only thing I have left is just the base, like these. The bases are all different. So I just have the base of this one. I think there's some snow on the bottom, so some white on the bottom of this one that needs to be done as a big color. So that was good progress on this one for my whip go. And here is the piece that I am gonna be continuing to work on this today, so I didn't bother to take it off the Lowry holder. My Lowry stand holder is QS Holiday, Quick Stitch Holiday, a Stitch in Time Holiday, Amy Stewart, 1/1 full cross 28 count, called for DMC, 10x10 diagonal. This is a page and a little bit of the very last row of pages. And I changed up the way I'm stitching on this one. I was going on the horizontal within the 10x10, on the 10 wide and the 10 in the diagonal. But I was getting, there's so many changes in colors and like the twigs and the start of the sled and up in here, and I was just mistake after mistake, so I said that's it. So I was watching the Needle Bug, and she was explaining how she was stitching, and she was actually stitching in 10x10 row columns on the vertical, but still within the diagonal. So I switched up my ways, and as you can see, up here is this. I just said, okay, that's it. I was making mistakes. I said, that's it, I'm done. And just went from here and filled in going up and down instead of going this way. So fill in, fill in, fill in, and now this is just all going to be going this way. And these threads are parked for the next row of pages, and these are the ones that are parked at the bottom, because you start from the bottom of the diagonal and work your way up. So there's QS Holiday. This is going back on the stand, and will get worked on again in a few minutes. 28 count, 1/1 full cross, called for DMC Flosses. And here we got Game of Thrones. It's approximately, I think, like 2,000 stitches. Ish, maybe a little more. So here we are. Excuse me. Game of Thrones. Finished out this diagonal, I know that for sure. Started this diagonal. I might have filled in another one over here. So we're getting closer and closer as each stitch goes by. But I do believe one milestone that I did reach in August is I actually stitched the exact center of this pattern. So I can say the center of the pattern is now stitched. So everything from the center to the top is stitched. Which, that's crazy to me to think that this piece is over half done. But it's nice in a way. And so those are all my whips that I worked on this month. I do have a finish. I finished it the very beginning of the month, like right before I filmed my update for July. But I didn't bring it out. This is the Mancala. I believe that's how it is said. This was the free mystery salve from this year. And he's a little squirrel. And I'll put the information down below as well where you can find their information. They are doing another one this time around, again, starting, I think, in 24 or the end of 23. I'm not exactly sure. But I won't be taking part in that one. I have enough now, and funds are tight, so can't do everything, you know. And that was stitched on 22 count, 1/1 full cross, with called for or close to called for. So another one of my whipco pieces. So I have the two whipco pieces. One is NYC Towers, and the other one is another Stitching Book Club. This was a mystery. We knew what the theme was, and this was just the first part that we had released. Sense and Sensibility by the Stitching Book Club, and this one, my goal is to finish this one in 10 days. So it's not much more that has to be filled in, has to be done. Just double checking to make sure, because I have the charts right here. Yeah, so it is just, I have to, so this is where it is starting from. I have to fill in these leaves down here, and then there's a border all the way around it. And this is, do I have my paper? I'm not sure, did I do 28 count? I think this is 28 count over 2. With called for DMCs. So some of the white does kind of fade in. You can see it here, a little bit. So there's the white in there, but you can see the white in person, so that's okay. So this one will get 10 days, and will hopefully get finished in those 10 days for sure. That is all of my whips. So I did get for haul, I did get the 10th pattern for the Woodland Christmas Sal, but I left that in the other room, because it's already been put in the bag. But I did get my fabric of the month for August, and it's lamb's wool, 18 by 27, and it's a 28 count. So it's a brown. So that would be good. And I also received my October 23 cross stitch. Like this is so cool. And then there is a couple in here that I really, really liked. There's this one here. The little glasses or bottles. And then there was another one right here. The pumpkins on the black fabric. That's really neat. But there are flip throughs out there. If you would like to have a flip through, I can get links to flip through videos for you. But here is just cross stitch. And I believe that is all that I have. I hope everybody has a great September, and I hope anybody that has children that went back to school, whether it be elementary school, middle school, high school, college, did good, had a great start to their year. I hope all the teachers out there had a great start to their year, and I hope everybody has a great year. Teacher, student, parent, anybody. And with that, I will say thank you, and we will see you again next time, and have a great one, everyone. Bye.